Hey Valley Middle, welcome back to another math lesson with Mr. Dudley. Tonight we're going to be converting negative fractions into decimals. Before we do that, let's start off with a trivia question of the day. What number is hidden in many Disney Pixar movies? And it's not just the Pixar ones, I found out when I did the research. Tonight officially our target is I can convert negative fractions and mixed numbers to decimals. Let's do this thing. All right, Mr. McCaig's brother, Brutus, was preparing to throw the shot put. Unfortunately, he stumbled and dropped the shot put 1 5/8 meters behind the throwing line. His throw measured a negative 1 5/8 meters. Express this distance as a decimal. Well, I was trying to think of a problem where we would actually have a negative fraction like this, and that's why I kind of made this one up about Mr. McCaig's brother. That's not really his brother, but kind of looks like it. All right, so we have a negative 1 5/8. And what sometimes the confusion lies in is that this is not a negative 1 and a positive 5/8. It's a negative 1 and a negative 5/8. So I like to write it like this, a negative 1 plus a negative 5/8. And when I do that, I can very easily convert this fraction into a decimal. Pop it into your calculator. You're going to get negative 0.625. So he actually threw the shot put a minus 1.625 meters, or a negative 1.625 meters. All right. Let's take a look at a couple of words today. First of all, we have a negative fraction. That's going to be any fraction that's on the left side of the zero on the number line. Positive fraction or mixed number will be any fraction or mixed number to the right of zero on the number line. It's more than zero. Negatives are less than zero. We also have to talk about terminating decimals. Terminating decimals are decimals that end cleanly, like 7/8 or negative 7/8. It's just minus 0.875. It's done. All right. 4/10. It's just 0.4. It ends. Repeating decimals are the ones like 2/3 and 1/3 that we've become very familiar with. They just go on and on and on and on and on. And so they're repeating, so a lot of times we round them. Which is really an estimation. So what this is 0.6666, or we could write it negative 0.6 repeating. We could write negative 2/3 that way. So, all right, well, flipping them into these fractions, positive or negative, into decimals is a pretty simple procedure. Yes, it is. I know he doesn't think it is, but let's take a look. All right. To convert negative fractions to converting negative fractions or mixed numbers to terminating decimals. Slide that over so you can see that whole thing. So we have a negative 4/5, and we have to make that into a decimal. Well, you can just take on your calculator and do negative 4 divided by 5 equals a negative 0.8. You can even just do 4 divided by 5, and remember that it's going to be negative 0.8. Similarly, you can take this one here. You have negative 2 3/16, and you have to write that as a decimal. I like to break it down. It's really a negative 2 plus a negative 3 divided by 16. Remember, that's what this means, 3 divided by 16, so it's a negative 3 divided by 16. Well, if you break that down, you could take negative 3 divided by 16, you'll get negative 0.1875. You can simply add these two, and you've got a negative plus another negative, so you have a negative 2.1875. Now, if you really wanted to, let's say you didn't have a calculator, this one here. If you really want to, you could flip this guy here into an improper fraction. Negative 2 times 16 is a 32, plus 3 is negative 35/16, and pop it into your calculator that way as well. You're going to get the same answer. Either way is fine with me. I like breaking this down. I think it shows that you understand that both the mixed number and the fraction are negative. Okay, on this next one, I think, well, I've got some pause problems for you here. So why don't you go ahead and try these two problems. Pause it and write these negative fractions and mixed numbers as decimals. All right, let's see how you did. Did you get negative 0.375? Sweet. How about the next one? Negative 4.25? Very good. How'd you do it? Did you flip it into an improper fraction? Or did you break it apart like I did? Either way works for me. I'm good. All right. In case you did it as an improper fraction, there's the way you would do that. Except for this at 4.25. Okay, next target, next section of the target. Take these fractions or mixed numbers into repeating decimals. All right, so now we have negative 2/3. How do you make that into a decimal? Well, you can take and put that into your calculator, negative 2 divided by 3, and it's just going to give you this negative 0.6666. And when it repeats like that forever, you can just write it with bar notation, negative 0.6 repeating. All right? Similarly, with negative 2 and 2/9, you can take that negative 2 and then you add the negative 2 divided by 9 because it's really two parts and both are negative. And then if you simplify, that negative 2 divided by 9 is negative 0.2222. So you have negative 2 plus negative 2/9. And you've got negative 2.222. With bar notation, you could write that as negative 2.2 repeating. Okay? You could flip this into a mixed number as well. And if you did that, you could also break it down and do it old school. So you have a negative 20, you're divided by 9. So it goes in there negative 2 times, that's 18. You've got 2 remainder when you subtract out. So you bring down another 0. Negative 2 times 9 is 18, or 18, it goes in there. You've got 2 remainder, and you can see that it's going to be negative 2.2 repeating as well. So either way, you can do it old school. Most time on these types of problems, you'll have a calculator, and so I think it's easier to work it that way. Okay, a couple problems for you to try. Convert these fractions or mixed numbers to repeating decimals, please. Go ahead and pause it and go. All right, here we go. Negative 4/9, negative 0.4 repeating, negative 3 1/3. Well, it's really a negative 3 plus a negative 1 divided by 3. It's really a negative, sorry about this, a negative 3 plus negative 0.333, or a negative 3.333, or a negative 3.3 repeating. Okay, hope you got those right. I don't think I had anything else down there. I think it's time for the ticket of the show. I have 3 problems for you. Please write these fractions or mixed numbers as decimals. Notice all 3 are negative. Okay, give you a second to write those down. All right. What number is hidden in many Disney Pixar movies? Good old A113. Yeah, I didn't believe it either. This is from my son Connor. He has all kinds of miscellaneous knowledge floating around his head. Here it is in Toy Story. What else have we got? I'm not sure what movie this is. I'm sure you know it, but there it is on the front of this train. I think this is Monsters University or Monsters Inc. Which one is Sully in? Monsters. I got the official ruling from Tara. It's Monsters University. Pixar films aren't the only one to hide the number in plain sight. Here's Tiana from Disney's 2009, The Princess and the Frog. Good old A113. Here's another one. 1987, The Brave Little Toaster. And even, it's not just that, Bart Simpson. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. Hope you enjoyed the trivia question and the lesson. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Bye.